A very strange journey written and performed by the Lights Up Memory Club, Chipping Norton, as part of a Sharon Woodward Community Arts Workshop. Addlestrop by Edward Thomas. Music by Lee Miller and AKM Music.
Yes, I remember Addlestrop. The name because one afternoon of heat, the express train drew up here. Unwontedly, it was late June. The steam hissed. Someone cleared his throat. No one left, and no one came. On the bare platform, what I saw was Addlestrop, only the name.
I'll always remember it was March 1957. My Auntie Edith Moss had been taken into hospital over a leg operation. My mother insisted I helped by covering Auntie Edith's shifts at the canteen. Auntie Edith worked at Chipping Norton train station canteen, so I agreed to do the shifts, only for that month, only while she was in hospital. But nothing could have prepared me for the events that followed. This is a passenger announcement. The 6:45 from Banbury to Newport Gwent will be delayed of up to 1 hour due to a sheep obstruction on the line. Please note, this train will be delayed for up to 1 hour. We apologise for any inconvenience this may have caused.
No, it can't be. I've got an appointment.
No, I wouldn't. Why can't someone go and shush them away or something? I don't like sheep.
But this is an absolute disaster. We've got to get to London. We're meeting a party of 30 children. I'm taking them over to Dieppe, which I do every year, and we're all stranded with all these children.
Where are you meeting them?
Paddington Station.
Would you like to go and have a cup of tea?
It's essential we get to Cardiff on time.
I can't emphasise how important this is. This is a real disaster. Can you organise a car for us, please?
The group consisted of 2 women and 1 man, and they constantly kept on that their departure from the premises should take priority due to their important government business. It struck me as odd at the time. They seemed a little too insistent. And if their work was so important, why wasn't the government taking care of them? Still, I shook the silly notions from my mind and tried to settle everybody down in the canteen.
Yeah, I'm going on holiday with my friend. I'm going to my grand's in Wales, and if we miss this connection in Cheltenham, we're stuck for the day. Why are they not arranging alternative transport for us then?
I'm just so upset about this. I really am. I don't want anything to eat.
Your sandwiches?
No. What about these sheep? Why can't we get rid of these sheep?
Obviously, I had trouble pleasing everybody.
Can we use a telephone first, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. We'll think about food afterwards.
How much longer is he going to be on the telephone? I really need to call my agent.
Although others, it appeared, did succumb to my sandwiches and cakes.
All they want is a
Sandwich and a cup of tea.
Yes, I'll have tea with sugar, and I'll have one of those sandwiches and one of those cakes as well, please.
No use trying to fob us off with a cup of tea. We need to be in Cardiff on time. I thought I had explained that it's a question of national security.
There they were again, the strange group of 3, trying to sound official but not quite managing it. I thought I heard the name Dr. McLean mentioned.
police are currently looking for a man who goes by the name of Malcolm the Duke Badboy. He is suspected of being part of the Gloucestershire crime syndicate and is wanted in connection with recent fraud investigations. The public are advised not to approach him personally, as he could be dangerous. He is thought to be travelling with a woman known to the police as Barbara.
I just don't know how long we've got to wait here. They're trying to sort things out, so maybe we'll be okay. All right? Perhaps we'll get there soon.
After the woman with the dark blue hat expressed her concerns, I noticed she quickly ushered her male companion out of the canteen and onto the station platform. She appeared to be nursing a black case, holding it close inside her coat. It appeared that I was not alone in noticing this couple.
Look at this on the front page. There's an escaped criminal, and I think he looks a bit like that chap over there. What do you think?
Yes. Did you see the photograph in the paper? It looks awfully like the chap over there.
Yeah, it certainly does, doesn't it?
I've just been looking at the front page of the newspaper. Isn't that the chap that was over there a minute ago and he's just left? You see him there?
I began to feel uncomfortable, not just because of the couple that had left, but there was the strange group of three sitting in the corner. It seemed every time I walked past, Dr. McLean and his colleagues would stop me and ask me to do something else for them.
Can't emphasise how important it is that we get to Cardiff on time. We want a government car with a police escort.
Was I paranoid? Had the sudden extra late shift I'd been given affected my judgment? Reassurance only flickered my way when I realised that we were in the company of a couple of army soldiers. The two men were chatting in the corner.
I've been out to see if we can get alternative transport, because my grand's not a very good health, because she knows you're my pal from in the Korean War, and I met you there.
I also became aware of the police officer and his wife, who were also keeping a close eye on those in the canteen.
Did you get through to the police station?
Yes, I did.
Oh, what did they say?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to be working.
Oh, that's all right. I think it's necessary at the moment, as long as we get this sorted out.
I knew it was him because he had 2 left feet.
And has he got 2 left feet?
No.
So it can't be him.
Can't be him.
Although I'd initially thought the police officer was interested in the couple that left, the lady with the dark blue hat, who were now hiding in the shadows of the train station bridge. Yet it was not. The officer's attention was firmly directed at the strange group of three in the corner.
Well, Dr. McLean, what are we going to do? There is some urgency about this. Time is going on.
The whole situation is very dangerous, I think. It's absolutely essential they don't discover our real identity. Have you got the briefcase there, please?
No, I've lost it.
You didn't leave when you went to the WC. Did you take it with you to the WC?
I think I did, actually.
Oh my goodness! Well, you better go to the gents and have a look, see if it's still there.
We don't want them to find out that it's really a live bomb that's been set on a timer to go off half an hour after the train reaches Cardiff, when we reach the secret government agency where all the decoding of Russian messages is done.
I didn't blame the officer and his wife for their interest in this group. The two women seemed to be sending the tall gentleman, who they called Dr. McLean, back into the WC. The strange thing that I noticed was that he seemed to have 2 left feet.
Find out if he's got 2 left feet. He's going into the loo. You better go quickly.
Right, I'll follow him, see what he's doing.
My God, that policeman. He's followed Dr. McLean into the loo. I think he's getting suspicious.
The police officer followed the tall gentleman as he got up and walked over to the WC. I was beginning to think I was crazy, imagining things, perhaps overtired. Then I heard the 2 soldiers as one returned to his seat.
Oh, somebody's left a briefcase in the men's lavatory.
Is that true? Is that true? Well, we better talk to the station master about that. I reckon you ought to go and have a look in that toilet bill with that bloke's left briefcase in there.
Yeah.
You did bomb disposal, didn't you?
Yeah.
When you were in the army.
Yeah.
So I think you better go and have a look. I should be there with you if you need any help.
There's a lot of strange things going on. Those men keep going in and out of that toilet.
I recognise those 2 left feet. Stop.
You'll never get me.
There was a struggle, a fight, a noise. The police officer and Dr. McLean came crashing through the door of the WC and out onto the station. They ran over to the bridge. And I noticed, once again, the couple, the lady with the dark blue hat, remaining in the shadow of the bridge.
Oh gosh, what's going on? Do you think somebody's just going over that bridge?
I think you're right.
The next thing I knew, the 2 soldiers rushed into the WC, but only one returned to the canteen.
That no one goes in, and I mean no one. And I've got to find some wire cutters because we need them to sort that
He's a
job
military
out.
man and he's asking for wire cutters. What do you think they're doing in there? I'm getting very worried. It doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sound right to me at all.
I'll go and ring the local police station, I think. Hello? Is that Chipping Norton Police Station?
The policeman's wife or his partner, I think we'll go and have a word with her. Have you got your gun with you?
I've got all the necessary equipment.
I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I wonder, do you have a light with you?
A minute.
Stay quite still.
Is that a real gun?
Bet your life it is.
We're leaving. Come with us. Don't make a sound.
With everything that was happening in the canteen and the bomb being defused, we failed to notice the 2 women from Dr. McLean's group. They pushed the police officer's wife out of the door and onto the station platform. It was only when Dr. McLean ran onto the other side of the platform, followed by the police officer, that raised voices were heard and people in the canteen became alarmed.
That policeman, he's got Dr. McLean.
We have to call your husband. What is your husband's name?
Ralph.
Ralph, holding your wife hostage. We have a gun. If any harm comes to Dr. McLean, I'm afraid your wife will suffer.
What's going on out there?
It was indeed a good question. And as I stood helplessly with the rest of the customers looking out of the large canteen window, the young actress and model who'd been pestering me about phone calls from her agent expressed the fear that I think many of us had felt inside.
She said she's got a gun! She's got a gun! I knew there was something terrible happening here! She's got a gun! She's got a gun! She's got a gun!
No further, copper!
Come on now, mate, let's just not be stupid. Just calm down and we'll sort this thing out. Take that.
He's just thrown something at that other man.
There it was again, the shadow under the bridge. It moved, and I'd almost forgotten the couple in the darkness. But my attention was soon drawn away from them as the police officer and Dr. McLean fell against the platform and slammed into the bridge.
You don't know who you're messing with, you know.
Everybody, I want you to be aware that I have the gun here. If there's any more trouble, someone is going to get it.
Quick, run!
I'm winded. Don't let her get away.
I'll pick up the gun and I'll give chase, but I'm not very optimistic.
Whatever's going on? The women are fighting. I just can't believe this.
It appeared that Mrs. McLean's attempts at negotiation had failed. Thanks to the policeman's wife, who had sharp elbows and was quick on her feet. She was followed by the other woman, who ran over the bridge, and I lost sight of them both.
Stop, I've got a gun. Now stop.
Okay. Now move. There's a body on the line. There's somebody on the line. The police say they're coming. They're coming.
The police will be here in a short while.
The police officer's wife was terribly shaken when she returned to the canteen, as white as a ghost and cold and shivering.
Oh, gosh, I could do it. I must have a drink.
Give this woman a cup of tea.
Something stronger, I think.
Anybody got a hip flask?
I just saw what happened. Would you like a whiskey?
Oh, yes, please. A double.
Yeah, what a good idea.
As I poured the whiskey out, in an attempt to calm people's nerves, I could see the police officer outside, and that he had finally taken control of the situation.
Okay, I've got the gun now. Now put your hands up and start walking.
You don't know what you're up against with me.
Right, now you sit down there and don't move. We're waiting for the police.
Don't hurt him, please don't hurt him.
Mrs. McLean returned to the canteen, her colleague dead and her husband held at gunpoint. What else was there left for her to do?
It's all right now, folks. Bill's managed to defuse the bomb, so we're all safe now.
Finally, we could all breathe again, and for one split second, I looked for the couple under the bridge. But they were no longer in the shadow. All that remained was a dark blue hat that had been dropped on the platform.
Malcolm, get this suitcase, because there's all the money in there, and we've got to run now. We've got to go.
I don't know where it is.
It's okay, it's down here. Come on, we've got to run.
I don't need you to go any faster than this.
A huge weight had been lifted, and suddenly people began to gather their thoughts once again.
Good news at last. We've managed to get through to the station. They've made a station announcement. The children are all safe, and they're going to wait for us.
Thank goodness. They won't sack me at school.
Although one woman wasn't. And although she'd held us all up at gunpoint and frightened us, I couldn't help but feel some sympathy as she spoke to her husband.
The bomb has been defused. This is the end of the road for us. We're going to go to prison. Olga's dead on the line. It's time for us to say goodbye, my dear. We may never see each other again.
Oh dear. I suppose I'll be locked up for years, won't I?
By the time we come out,
Yeah.
one of us may be dead.
Gosh.
Bye-bye, darling.
Darling.
The police officer and his wife were beginning to smile again, unlike the detective constable that arrived.
Oh, look, he's coming through the door.
The boss is here now.
DCI Jobsworth here. Do you realise you've just interrupted my prime time viewing for this some cock and bull story? What's all this about? Bodies on the line?
The body has been moved from the track and he's been taken to Horton General Mortuary, but they said he might well have to go to Oxford.
I've got to account for this budget to my chief constable, you know. Dr. McLean, should that be Dr. Vronsky, spy of this parish? OK, boys, arrest him.
Yes, sir. I've arrested you for treason to the Crown. Anything you say will be taken down and used against you in a court of law. Right, now, move you two.
Let's go and catch the train.
Right. Go to tickets.
Well, have a nice holiday, you two.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
we
very
will
much.
try.
Yes, yeah, I've got my bathing suit.
I'm going home. I've missed my audition now. I've just had the most awful day. I'm going home.
I say bon voyage to you two.
Thank you. I'm just glad life is going to get back to normal.
Rather trying time here, haven't we?
And I can't thank you both enough for defusing that bomb. I don't know what we'd have done without it.
That's all right. All in the line of duty.
Thank you for calling the police.
No problem. At least it's all sorted and we can get on and have our lovely trip. I was wondering, wasn't that couple, where have they gone? The one that looked like the chap in the newspaper, in all the excitement. We missed him.
Yes. The funny thing is, they were nursing a briefcase. Very strange.
Very strange.
And willows, willow herb and grass and meadowsweet and haycocks dry, no whit less and lonely fair than the high cloudlets in the sky. And for that minute a blackbird sang close by, and around him, listier, farther and farther, all the birds of Oxfordshire and Gloucestershire.
Lights Up is an arts-based memory club coordinated by West Oxfordshire District Council.